Alright, well, hello, you freaking tube. How is everyone today? I'm the First Giant, and welcome. Finally, back to Watch Dogs Legion, sorry. Watch Dogs Legion. It's been a while, and I did, in fact, promise all of y'all, at least to my memory, that we would continue to check in on this game occasionally, but I'm sure none of us, including myself, ever believed it would be this long between before we came back to it. But some of you may remember that we did finish the story, and then I did promise that at some point we would come back and play the multiplayer and the DLC. All the DLC wasn't fully out when I finished the story, so I figured I'd wait until it was all out. Well, it's now been all out for a long time now. So I think it's finally time to follow up on my commitment to that promise to all of you. So, and I do have someone else who so I think what I said was that after the full Bloodlines DLC comes out, we will play through it, which I think includes 3 new characters. The return of Aiden Pierce as a playable character that you can unlock. The return of Wrench from Watch Dogs 2 as a first-time playable character. And I think the other character that's a part of it is actually more a reference to the Assassin's Creed games. Which also kind of ties into the Bloodlines in a sort of fun little way. I don't know if there's any purpose to it, but it's kind of a cool reference and Easter egg. Or the concept of Bloodlines. Anyway. And I think we also said that when I find someone to play the multiplayer with me, we will take a look at the multiplayer. Now, I think I may have found someone who will finally be able to potentially join us. My friend who I play a lot of games with recently, who I've done a lot of streams with, Mahela World, has actually never played Watch Dogs Legion at all. So I encourage him to get the game and check it out, potentially stream it for you guys on his channels. And then when he's ready, we will hop into the multiplayer together. There's actually 2 modes now, and I would like to check both of them out. So, not right away, but soon, hopefully, we'll also get to stream multiplayer, whether that's an RLS in the future or a mini-series like what we're doing with a mini-series, or an infinite mini-series like what we're doing with the, well, or a mini-series like what we're doing with the DLC, or what would more likely end up being an technically infinite mini-series like what I've done with other multiplayer games that we will be going back to, even if we haven't in a while. I guess you should see this as proof that even if I'm away from a game for a very long time, I do plan to go back to it. If I do agree to go back to it, I do plan to eventually follow up on that. and follow through. So, here we are, gonna see what there is to do with the DLC in just a moment. But before we do that, I need to check my audio. So, give me a second to do that. Alright, the audio sounds good. I don't have a thumbnail for this, but I will have one eventually. And as far as I'm concerned, we're good to go. So without any further ado, let's hop back into Watch Dogs Legion. Also, hello and welcome, Gamble Fiction, to the chat. Oh. Well, that's quite interesting. I don't know quite how to react. Never been very good at that sort of interaction with people, but thanks for letting me know. All right, so Bloodline. I could start into it this way, but when I was playing this the other day, just in order to get an idea of reacquaintance myself with the acquaintance? No, that's not the right word. Familiarize myself with the game. Went into the campaign, and it seems like if you go into the campaign, it also automatically starts the Bloodline. So I don't know what the best way to do it. This says set before the events of the main game. Huh. So that might actually be different from what showed up for me in the main game. Let's first start with hopping into the main game and find out about the missions involving, or that seem to be involving those characters first, and then we'll hop into... We'll come back and hop into that after or later in our next episode. This is sort of going to be a mini series on the whole, on everything to do with the whole Bloodline DLC. So there shouldn't be any issues with
I'm seeing a lot of shady characters in that location. Overhear anything useful?
Plenty of loose-lipped idiots well into their cups.
Nice work, but we need your talents elsewhere.
Come on, you got to be joking. Got to be joking.
Hmm.
It's unacceptable.
Explosion shield. Huh.
To admire the confidence it takes to go outside. Funny seeing you again.
Join up with them. Might be good fights. I've been watching them closely and they're the real deal, man.
No,
friends have finally stood up and fighting back.
I refuse to put up
That's
with
what this city needs.
Why does this always bloody happen?
Let's discuss
What's
this.
news? Right now, if it wasn't for them. And that's exactly why I want to join, you know. I need to be out there with them, you know, like fighting the feds and anyone else that pisses me off.
Always a good idea to sort of scan your surroundings.
How is it? No, no. Continue your self-destructive dance.
Oh, that's that one. And then this one.
Right now, fam.
Oh, that's the dude outside, but I don't actually get... Ah, interesting.
Hey, over here! I refuse to put up with
And who's this? Oh. No information? That's interesting.
Please tell me you're from DedSec. If you don't tell me you're from DedSec, I think I might actually be crazy.
Oh.
With DedSec.
Oh, thank God. I barely got out of that horrible place, and then I got contacted by a Bagley. But it was being really rude, and yeah, it just didn't seem real. But it is real, isn't it?
Why don't you tell me what's the matter? Then we can sort this out.
Well, I don't know, like, everything's fuzzy. Like, I just need a while to get my head right. The rude Bagley said you had a safe house I could use. I'll help you out in the meantime.
Welcome to DedSec.
Oh, okay. Sure. And yet no information on this character.
Seriously, what is going on?
Huh, that is weird.
Alright?
Wait, oh, I guess they're... I was gonna say, I guess they just closed? Yeah. Oh, so there are some people still in here. I think they're all people that work with us, though. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, it's you! Bloody fantastic!
Yeah, you're standing too close, mate.
It's like you can't even have a real conversation anymore, can you? It's not that we can't
Oh, that's cool. If they're not, we should recruit them.
crisis stuff. It really is a crisis. Some people just refuse to live in reality.
Butler's up
How do you even begin to talk to someone like that?
fucking asshole!
Whoa, calm down. Distract.
Oh, God, piss off.
Let me take a look. Oh, no, not that. Let me take a look at... Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't know the best way to go about this, but this sort of is going to be a mini-series where we try to do the DLC storyline stuff. So if that's not all if that's not technically all of it, Bloodline, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best. Because there's this, and it might be, but anyway. Plus, I'm sure I'll get distracted on like whole bunch of other things. Side missions. See, there's a bunch of side missions still to do. Some of which are recruitment missions, and some of which are actual side missions. So, anyway, we're gonna try to figure out. I'm gonna spend like several large amounts of time, as in more than a week or whatever, actually trying to figure out everything there is still before we Maybe take a break before hopping into the multiplayer. Maybe not. You have a... I don't know if you actually... Short hack cooldowns. Ooh, that sounds good. I am wondering, though, if we should potentially... I do wonder, though, if we should potentially not care about... Yeah, this guy is not as good as that guy, so... How do I make him go away? Abandon recruitment. Yes. Now we can add this person.
So we are 10 minutes into our drink before the punter starts going on about how the Earth is really flat. If you can believe it.
Because they seem cool.
Do you feel like making a difference, dear?
Yo, you with DedSec? Hype, I need your help.
We'll do our best. What seems to be the matter?
Yeah, so I'm in with this charity. What we do is help undocumented immigrants get away from the deportation squads. The problem is I can't connect with anyone we help now, and I'm worried about them.
Don't worry, love. We'll look into this charity and see what we can suss out.
Did she just say that? Wow.
This is certainly a better alternative to retirement.
Fair. Now if I could stop getting stuck on the wall.
I suppose it's a bit of a chicken and egg question, isn't it? I just don't know what to think anymore.
What are these guys on about? Oh. Oh, we'll take that. Thank you. No, you have... Okay. Alright, cool. Let's go in here, though. We will do some of these other things, but eventually. Let's go in here first. Open. Close. Don't worry, I'm only looking in the back room. What is that? I don't know. Wait a minute. Oh, darts. Oh, that almost hit me in the face, probably. Wait, you're famous? Huh. Interesting. I don't care about darts. Now that that's closed, here we go. Oh, it started whatever mission this is. Oh no, it didn't. It just... there's not a... Okay. What the... Pick up.
In today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every Optic device. Whether you're using the Optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your Optic from Bloom's Central Command Center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse. They didn't understand anything. And Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom's surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so
of course.
special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work, or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
Well, that ended abruptly. So it's interesting how, so at the time when this game was coming out, I think some of the things that we see in this game were already being talked about, but it's also interesting, you know, the predictions that were made. You know, I almost wonder if the developers had some kind of an inside, because like this even sounds like, you know, the thing that was being talked about with the, you know, implants so you can directly interface with AI and stuff and internet and stuff like that. Like the whole thing with the eyes, like, it's so crazy. Anyway, is this another one or just a pair of random headphones on the ground? Okay, cool. Alright. Full speed, here we go! Woo! Whoa! Here we go! Mission started. All these characters. Look at this. Crazy. Oh. Cool.
Here's an interesting bit of literature. A journalist has implicated Albion in the disappearance of his source. He claims to have video evidence. We can find this paragon of the Fifth Estate at Food Town if you feel like contributing to another black eye for Albion.
Well, I didn't realize we have a few people who already have some of these features too. That's another thing, like... And then there's a spot here where you can get clothing.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us,
the optic,
and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Bloom so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one?
The commentary is nuts.
Keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Like, data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big data.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their privacy for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass-consumed, mass-used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background and into a state we've got now where it's essentially gone. Having this access to this data makes huge tech companies like Bloom so much more powerful than they would be otherwise, and not just in the obvious ways. Of course, there's a lot of worry and fear over what they can do with the data, that can track anyone, find anyone, see what every individual is doing at any point in time. But I think there's even deeper reasons why this data empowers these huge companies to control our society and make us do things. So lots of predictive technologies which are implemented by these tech giants. It's not only interested in knowing what we're going to do, but influencing the patterns of our movement. So technologies might suggest routes to use in the city, places to go, restaurants to go to, cafes to go to, music to listen to. And these suggestions are not just predicting what we might like to do, they're actually influencing the way citizens move, think, eat, meet, and use their city as a space. So London has become a place where a small group of surveillance capitalist companies like Bloom can control the movements of individuals and orchestrate the way they move around their city and the way they essentially live, the things they do, the things they enjoy, and the life they lead. So we're really kind of outsourcing our decision making, I would say, to a huge corporate capitalist company, and there's something very, very scary about that indeed. All these technologies can be used to not only influence us to act as the perfect consumer, but also to prevent us from doing radical and revolutionary things. So technologies in foreign nations that have been used are things like heat map features which show where populations are gathering. In-game rewards can be offered to people to take different routes, things like that. Traffic data can be manipulated to prevent people gathering and protesting, as has happened in some of the authoritarian regimes across the world recently. So what we're looking at is not only a set of technologies which make people behave as ideal consumers, but ones which actually can be put to use to prevent radical and disruptive behavior in the city, which limits the power of any kind of revolutionary force.
So, if you thought you had a private life, get used to it. You don't. And we're not going to reclaim our lives without a fight. I'm Tash, and you've been listening to Buccaneer, keeping the resistance informed. Keep listening, keep fighting, and remember, nobody owns you but you.
Wow. That was a good, fun little comment about game DLC and stuff. Wait, is this the same? Oh, that's just the last. Okay. Wait, is it? Yeah.
is London Calling.
Yeah,
You're
this
here
is the
with
same.
me, Tash, on
That's
Buccaneer,
interesting.
your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we don't need to see that one again. Okay, wait a second. This is not the same. Wait, it's glitched out or something because it's showing me the same face, no matter who I. What? No, I don't know about that, but okay. Name is correct. I think. Well, that's weird. A couple of people that could want to talk to me about
There's
something.
news out of Camden. A noticeable increase in Clan Kelly activity.
Shit.
Mary's gone, but the clan's still going strong. Justice is not only blind, she's mute too.
Another side mission, I
A
presume.
family that old and powerful takes a bit of time to go away.
Not sure it goes away ever, if I'm honest. What's the point of all this when nothing ever changes?
Nothing changes. Love, we just freed thousands of people from slavery. We can tackle one problem at a time, and saving people, a lot of people, is worth our time.
I suppose there is some truth to that.
I love this game's like system where you can recruit. No photo where you can recruit anybody you want to. Do you have anything? No.
How are you?
Just trying to find some proper intel on Albion's new head of ops.
Do go on.
It sucks because he's clean. Well, as clean as any merc gets. His porn history, though. I didn't know people bent that way.
You know, love, I've heard it all before. Very hard to shock me. Let us know if you dig up something relevant, right?
Whatever.
Okay.
Fun then.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, what you saying?
Oh. Now that's a different face all of a sudden and matches the one that it's supposed to be. Oh, look. You have a mission. Oh, the other... Oh, I forgot about that! The other old lady... I think, yeah, that has the... Oh, no cover. Okay, I see why. I forgot about that. That has the big hammer, huh? Cool. And that's... Nope. Okay. Can't go in here. Talk to this dude. Anyway. You have a mission. We'll talk to you in a moment. There's a mission over there. You seem like I'm supposed to be able to talk to you, but I can't get in here. I suppose this is a cell of it. I'm pretty sure. So I shouldn't be able to go in there, but you seem also like you have maybe something. Anyway. Shop. What do we got in the shop? Masks. Ooh. Any of these cool? Wardrobe? Outfits? Oh, I have already some clothing. What the heck? What else? Masks? Oh yeah, yeah. Look at this. That's crazy. Face wear? Ha 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 ha. Hmm. Oh. Huh. Forgot about. Some of these. We'll leave that. Hair. Default. Beard. Default. What? Okay, interesting. I don't remember this being an option before. Where do we even... Okay. I guess in the... Yeah. That makes sense, actually. Classes. Yes! Boom. Because why not? Hats. Yeah, of course. Alright, shop. But you can actually... Okay. Oh. You can actually buy these. I don't remember this being a thing before. Oh, look at this. I don't remember this being a thing before. But it certainly is now. Beards. Dude. She's wearing my clearly not fake beard. Alright. Interesting. I wonder, is there anywhere else you can go to get some of these cosmetics, or is it only here in the Dead Sex store? Wait. What? Well, you can't. I can't even see these. The hair covers them. Oh, stupid. All right. Glasses. Wait, there's only one option? Dumb. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm sure. Let's just put that logo right on out in public and everything. No one's gonna notice that. Ooh, that's pretty cool looking. I like that. Huh. Nice. What else can we get? Jackets and stuff? Oh yeah. The jacket that just flickers. That's cool. I kind of like that. Not now, though. I'm not going to waste my money on this sort of stuff now. That, maybe? I could try that. The Watch Dogs logo on it. Okay, we'll get that one.
That looks lovely.
Cool. Oh, right. Oh, these are those. These also do that thing? No, it doesn't seem like they actually do. Huh. These ones do. That doesn't seem like... What is... What is this? Oh, okay. Well, you know, I think we'll stick to default. Really? Wow, that's totally something you want to like advertise with all over your... I already said that, but anyway. Alright, cool. Oh wait, can I... Oh, if you visit different shops out in the open world, you can unlock them as here to be able to just one stop stop. Okay, we should visit some of these locations and unlock them. Funny though, I thought I had visited some of them already. Anyway. Enough time wasting. I don't have all day because I have other stuff. You guys know I have my stream later with Blaze. Here we go.
In a shocking example of privacy invasion, the hacker group known as DeadSec have leaked sex tapes belonging to local celebrity and MP candidate Vanessa Ahmed. Despite the video's poor quality, she can be seen engaging...
What in God's name?
It appears someone has committed a sex crime against a celebrity in our name. Unless one of you did this without me knowing.
Good grief, Bagley. What sort of villain do you take me for?
I'm assuming you don't watch TV news because you're capable of passing sentences with more than 4 words. So, just so you know, Ms. Ahmed is presently at the Crozier and Cherry Tree pub in Camden, dodging awkward questions about her bottom.
Thank you, dear. DedSec isn't some fucking tabloid outlet. We need to put an end to this. Convince her it wasn't our doing. The real villains are still out there.
Okay, well that side mission has nothing to do with what I was here to do. I don't know if I come here to do it, or if I go to that other location, or if I go back to the main mission. I'm not really sure. Main menu might just sort of teleport me right to the location. I don't know. Could find out. Let's talk to this person first, though.
All right. I noticed you had an operative that's been in hospital for some time. I looked into it. Had a chat with the doctor in charge. Our kid's been put in a coma, mate. I don't know why.
And?
Doctor wouldn't say any more. She does know our kid's with DedSec, though. She wants to talk with you lot directly. I'll send you her info. Time to save one of your own.
Oh, okay. Sure. Mission started. We'll do that. Won't do it right now. We'll do that. I don't think that's connected to the bloodline. I'm gonna try, just out of curiosity. It has me super curious. What happens if we go here? I think this is separate from the recruiting mission for Aiden. So maybe we should try this first before we do that recruiting mission. It's just, like, you guys missed it, but when I logged into this game just to get refamiliarized with it, immediately I was bombarded with several missions. One for Aiden, one for, I think, the Assassin's Creed character, or Assassin's Creed reference character, and one for Wrench. I wish you guys could hear it, because then you might be able to help me and know what to do. Because this seems like it's a totally separate thing. Okay, hold on. Let's go back in. Let me just load back in here for a real quick second, and then. I think it will have saved those, so we'll do that, and then.
I told her, even dogs know how to shit in a neat pile. Your son is out of nappies. Now there's no reason he should still be. Yes, what is it?
Have you been sitting there hacking optics all day, or was that your first?
Botnets don't build themselves, young man. Let's get to work.
Do we have somebody that can do that? We do already. And they have faster. Yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. So let's try. Oh. Maybe this is the one for the Assassin's Creed. Okay, maybe that's what the. But I think I think this is also connected to the DLC somehow. Yeah, that was brought up to me. Huh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, here. See? Recruit wrench. And there's this. No, maybe this isn't it. Oh, here. Recruit Aiden? Yeah. I think recruiting them is separate from. I think it's part of the DLC, but it's also separate from. Oh, they are just right here. I think it's part of the DLC that you get these characters to use, but it's separate from the DLC itself, maybe? Could be wrong, but perhaps we look into that real quick then. But then there's also this. Oh no, that's not a mission. I thought there was a mission here. Oh yeah, swipe right. Oh, interesting. Couple, actually. What is this one? Oh, these are the side missions. These are just the random side missions. Okay. Yeah, sure then. That's a fast travel point. That's a shop. I'm not gonna fast travel. I guess we'll go over here and do this. Is there a way I can... Yeah, see here. Huh. There isn't a way I can call a car, but we can potentially wait for. I'm gonna miss the taxi. We can potentially grab one though. Ooh. Grab one of the self-driving ones, eh? Didn't mean to run over that biker. Oops. Wow.
Auto drive now enabled.
Well then. Okay. Music off. Okay, hold on.
Auto drive now disabled.
I'm just gonna do this for the game.
Auto
There we
drive
go.
now enabled.
Yeah, I love this feature. So after we do this, if it doesn't immediately take us into the DLC, what the? Yeah, after we do this, if it doesn't immediately take us into the DLC, we'll start into the DLC once we've recruited all 3 of these characters. I think that's going to be our goal, because I'm pretty sure all 3 of them are sort of part of that DLC. I know there's other DLC stuff as well. I don't think it's story stuff. I think it's just like, oh, here's a cool looking car, or character, clothing, something like that. Actually, I think it's just clothing. So... I'm not going to probably worry about getting those other things, but this story DLC, if I'm wrong, if there is more story DLCs that I'm missing, let me know. But this one, we'll work on for now. Maybe recruiting them is a separate thing. Maybe not. But we're going to start with recruiting them, because I'm pretty sure they are having access to them as recruitable characters is part of the DLC. And then
Auto drive.
And then I think after we recruit these characters, as playable characters, if it doesn't take us into the DLC story, then we'll go into that. Because again, they are, to my knowledge, recruiting, having them available to recruit is part of the DLC. Whether it takes you directly into the story part of it or not, I don't know. Or regardless of whether it takes you into that, anyway.
Reminder: it is unlawful to tamper with an optic device. Anyone found in possession of a
Here we go.
device will be prosecuted.
You got a problem? I had money on that match. That's my squad. This is fucking sick.
Oh.
They were robbed. That's what happened. Fuck.
What?
It's like talking to a brick wall, you.
Feedback loop? Oh, interesting.
Reported to Albion.
Do I have a person like this already? Let's find out. If not, then we should probably recruit somebody with one of those features, right? No, I don't see it yet. Should probably recruit them, which means I may have to get rid of somebody else from my list. Gotta keep the original, the OG old lady. Emote. Oh wow, interesting. Huh. Yeah, I love some of these. Faster downloads and the... Ooh, actually... Faster downloads... Gain Drone Alliance. I think I have on other characters. So it might be worth it to get rid of this one from the list. Can we do this? Yes. Got it. Interesting. Where was I? I think we were up here looking at... Unavailable. Is that because they died? Don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the deeper profile would show me, but... I have a performer. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody with that other skill. So... Okay. Yeah, we want to unlock these ones, so I'm going to do that. Interesting. Wow. Huh, that is kind of cool. Alright, yeah, let's take a look at, oh, that's the person, okay. Oh. Mind control device? What? What? Okay, yeah, we have to recruit some of these people. Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's recruit this one. Or add them to the list, can we? Hello? Can I talk to you? Sorry. Can I...
Back it up, yeah?
I would like to talk to you and... Viewing team. What is your... View mission. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that later. Sorry.
If someone you know is involved in criminal activity, you must report it to the authorities.
Shall we have a look-see?
Failure to do so is a crime.
Alright. Yeah, no information? Really? Okay. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna see if I can get them at least on the recruit list.
Is that any way to greet your new boss? I'm fucking with you, come on. Everyone knows DedSec doesn't have bosses. Think of me more as a cool older brother that you occasionally have naughty thoughts about.
I don't like this one bit.
Hey, hey,
No.
I'm just a boy, standing in front of a resistance group, asking them to let me beat up some dudes with a sledgehammer for them. Is that so wrong? Is it?
Bloody hell. All right.
Fuck. See you out there. You, whatever your name is.
Yeah, I love that because your character could be anyone. Okay, so that's it then. Easy? Really? Is that easy? All right. We'll get Aiden, and then I think we'll end it off here because I gotta move on to my stream with Blaze. Let me just take a look here though, real quick. Now, oh yeah, now we can use Wrench. Who has stop the hammer and custom drone and stuff. Oh, that's really cool. What is this? No. Okay. Interesting. Oh, the infiltrator. Oh, the combat. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep what he comes with. Cool. All right.
You think you have what it takes? Visit an Albion recruitment station today and find out.
All right. Talk.
You there? You've been trying to contact DedSec?
I know who you are. You can hide in plain sight from most people. But most people don't know what to look for.
DedSec could always use more good people like you. Care to join?
Look, I've never really been into team sports, but I'm gonna be here for a while. And the truth is, I like your bartender. I used to help her out on a sort of contract basis. I could do the same for you. If you want.
Excellent.
Hoped you'd say that. See you in the field. Say hi to Connie for me.
Welcome to the chat. You know what? Yeah. To Gamble. What happened to Gamble? You know what? I feel like that's a better question to ask him in private, because I didn't know how to respond to that fully. I was glad to have him in the chat, but I wasn't gonna bring that conversation up on stream. any further than he already did, so. What? Ammo drop gives... Oh! That's a unique one. Sticky fingers that's a unique... I've not ever seen on a character before. So let's add this one to our recruit list as well. And then I know Blaze is already waiting for me. So, okay, so, but yeah, now we have, okay, so the only one we still have left to find and get is this one here, which we'll do. I might do that now, or I might wait until the next episode. I feel like we haven't accomplished very much, but like this is sort of the pregame, I think, like the setup for our new mini series for this game where we tackle the DLC, and then the Infinite series on the multiplayer will come at a later time when I have a chance to hop into that with some friends, but this has to be cut short because of my commitment to Blaze, who's already tried to get a hold of me a couple of times. Yeah, well, you know, I figured I would do some single player stuff for a bit with this one because of DLC stuff, so I would like to see if I can figure out how to recruit this one, but I think you gotta do a full mission for them. Maybe? Here? This person? Oh. Yeah, I think you have to do a full mission for the... Oh no, here, investigate. Okay, investigation point. Yeah, it looks like there's like a whole thing. It's not just talk to them for this character. So we'll do that next time in the next episode. There's a lot to do. I know that this is a DLC character. I know for sure, even though it isn't the main part of the DLC story. These are, of course, all DLC characters that are that are at least part of that DLC, even though only one of them seems to actually, or maybe one or two of them, seem to actually connect or communicate or be specifically connected to the DLC story. So I'm going to probably look into, you know, doing some of these missions to recruit this final DLC character, and then we'll get into the actual story for this later in the week. But right now, we'll have to do that one, the Assassin's Creed related stuff, in our next episode, because I gotta go join Blaze. So for now, thank you guys. Oh, first I want to add this to our recruiting list, so don't forget. Let me do that real quick, and then we'll end off our stream. Who do we want? Yeah. Yeah. That'll be all, yeah. Team rest release? How do you do... I don't know. Yeah, that's this person, okay. Escape pursuit faster, that's good. We want that. I don't know if I need this person, because all they have is harmonica. Retire operative, yes. Okay, can you be added to my list? Can you be saved to recruit? Unavailable. Why are you unavailable, and how do I make you available? Let's find out. Oh, here we go. Now I can talk to you.
You look like you're raring to fight back for this city.
Oh, you're with DedSec. Oh, that's brill. I actually need your help with something.
We'll do our best. What seems to be the matter?
I think something's happened to my friend. Haven't had any news since last week. I've tried to call and everything, but still no answer.
I'm sorry, love.
Yeah, it's not reassuring. My friend has always been a little anti-authority. Even got arrested a few times.
Taken by you? Yeah.
Too many.
I'm sure.
Not to worry. We'll find them.
Okay, so we're gonna help this person out. I'm not gonna do this now.
For someone in London
but
these days is like looking for a needle in a haystack.
I'm not gonna do that.
Knock on every door in the city and see if they've got any abducted people on the premises. But it'd probably be smarter just to snoop around their last known location.
Agreed. Tell me how to get there.
Cool. I'm not gonna do that now. We will recruit them on a later episode. They aren't really DLC, so like, obviously, even though, so like, it's not a main priority for me. I mean, I obviously, even though I'm focused more on DLC stuff, I am gonna get distracted. You guys know that. And of course, I want to get a chance to play these two characters. I'm not gonna do that now because like it'd be a waste of time when we can't get a good try with them. Might do that next time while we're doing the missions for the Assassin's Creed character, because that'll be cool. And then we'll actually probably save the like main DLC storyline, which I think only revolves around Aiden, until later in the week or maybe next week or something, depending on how long everything takes. I mean, I'm not gonna rush, right? My goal is to focus on more of this game. Main focus being DLC stuff, but there's a lot of side missions still to do. And just things, so it's probably going to take a long time because I'll probably also get distracted with doing those things. Anyway, truly this time, for now, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, following, chatting, commenting, and all the other channel interactions you do, have done, or will do. I'm the First Giant saying... May the power of the Holy Spirit be with you always.
Is it the dance you enjoy, or is that just something to do with your hands while you get shit-faced?
And that'll be all. Yes.